Ken Sundstrom Field for CTN's coverage of VFW baseball. It's the final game of the regular season as the Cardinals host the Irondale Knights. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro behind the plate. And this game already in progress. The first batter, second pitch, Jack Zupfer, a grounder to the left side, an error on third baseman Aaron Young. Good bunt, laid down. Jermu fields from off the mound, throws high, well over the head of Roloff. That's a second back-to-back errors. On the run was Zupfer from the start. He circles and comes home to score. Back-to-back errors, and this is not the start they were looking for.
It's never the start when you're at home. You have an opportunity. They've played a lot of ball here in the last number of games, but definitely not the way you want to start with a couple of back-to-back errors, and the second one giving up a run. So you're going to see the bunt laid down. And I think Jermu slipped a little bit as you can see his foot went out from under him, maybe didn't get set in the way he wanted to, and he rifled it over the head of Parker Roloff at first base, allowing Zupfer to come in.
And now Cooper Jorgensen will dig in.
Jorgensen, the varsity catcher for Irondale, hitting .325 here with the VFW team.
This one lofted to right. Jack Vlacity there for the catch, tagging and moving successfully is Bowman.
Bowman doing a nice job of advancing from second.
So Zupfer and Bowman reach on errors. Jorgensen a productive out to right field. Now second baseman Owen Mays. Behind him Andrew Thornburg, Logan Krejcik, Grady Wood, Aaron McFarland, and Michael Albrecht.
Oh, the Mays the center fielder, hitting .325 on the season for this Irondale VFW squad. Looking to see if they can get this inning continued as they are on top 1-0.
Jermo sets it straight with a fastball down the pipe, 2-1. Corners in for the Cardinals, looking to knock down that run. Another good fastball in for a strike, and the count is even. Off-speed pitch gets him swinging, and that's a big second out with another run standing at third base.
Yeah, it really is. That's obviously the second out of the inning, and now you're concerned about that hitter at the plate. And Thunborg, also Thunborg, a varsity football player for Irondale, one of the linemen.
Definitely not a small kid. Looks at a cutter that clips the outside corner, 0-1. Gets a hold of the fastball and drives it to right center. Easily scoring from third is Bowman. An RBI single for Thunberg, and it's a 2-0 lead for Irondale early.
Thunberg didn't waste too much time getting that base hit to score that second run for Irondale. You see it here, able to drill it into right center field. Manos making a play on it, getting it back in, but easy RBI.
And now Logan Krejcik, the designated hitter, takes the fastball for a strike, 0-1. Off-speed pitch is low, and it's even at 1-1.
At this point, Coon Rapids just wants to get out of this inning without any additional damage. A couple of errors have led to a couple of runs.
Pitch is high. Thunberg a delayed steal. The throw off the mark, skips past Espinoza out into center field, and moving all the way over is Krejcik. Or is Thunberg, rather.
He lumbered to second and then lumbered to third, but made it without a problem.
And that is error number 3 on the Cardinals here in game number 1. Or inning number 1. 2-1 The count to Krejcik outside, 3-1. Thunberg now at third. And ball 4 puts runners at the corners.
This inning continues for Irondale at the plate. Just one hit, but 3 Coon Rapids errors.
Left fielder Grady Wood looking to keep it going. Runners at the corners. Fouls back the first pitch.
Wood hitting .214 on the season.
Pitch outside, 1-1. Krejcik a big secondary lead over at first. This one hit high to right field, backing off is Vlasidy to his left, and he missed it. Running with the crack of the bat was Krejcik. He will dig and come home. And it is a 4-run first inning for the Irondale Knights.
Yeah, tough one. That that's a ball that he would normally catch and just misjudged that a little bit. And he's certainly going to kick himself.
Drifted a little bit maybe and just out of reach. Four errors in the first inning, and unfortunately not a completely unfamiliar position for this ball club. They've had a couple that have unraveled early. They have found the way to come back in a couple of those that they got themselves in big holes early.
Well, never easy falling behind. The one fortunate thing, it is just the first inning, so there's plenty of ball game remaining, but it's tough to fall behind this. You're down 4-0 at this point.
Another one down to right field line and fair. Hooking in front of Vlasidy. He slips as he fields it. Moving over to third will be Wood. They check on McFarland at first. He dives back safely, but runners at the corners, 2 out. And the 9th hitter of the inning coming to the plate in Michael Albrecht.
Well, McFarland, before that at bat, been hitting .067, so an opportunity for him to work on his average. Gets a nice base hit there. Is able to find the chalk in right field.
Down and away. During the regular season, this Cardinal team, with a few exceptions that were not part of that club, not exactly the same lineup, but certainly a number of pieces that were the same. Gave up 10 runs in the first inning against Champlain Park, and again 3-4 errors in that inning. And unfortunately, the bearer of both of those rough innings on the mound was Jennings Jermu.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, your defense is such an important part of your squad, and when you're committing 4 errors here in just the first inning, makes it difficult for a pitcher. And now you're relying on run support.
Pitch misses down, and it's a 3-1 count to the 9-hitter Michael Albrecht.
Albrecht hitting a .179.
Swings and misses, and the count is full. Big pitch right here. Fastball, and getting just a piece of it was Albrecht, and this at-bat will continue.
I continue to put pressure on Jermu.
They will get the front runner in the rundown. And then the throw from Petrov is way wide and out into left field. Easily scoring is Albrecht. And that's a play that this Coon Rapids team plays a lot, to try and draw the throw back to second in order to score the run. This time the run scores, and it's on an errant throw. Error number 5. So no chance for Yund on that at third.
Oh, yeah.
And they had Wood dead to rights.
They did, and it's unfortunately Petrov behind the plate couldn't find Yund at third.
Well, I wonder how much of it too. We've seen a couple of throws that have not gone where they were supposed to in this inning for the Cardinals. How much of it is the rain earlier, the wet grass, the slippery? How slippery is that baseball? I mean, you can't blame too much. You look at 5 errors on the board in inning number 1 and 5 runs, but a big third strike right there gets them out of the inning. 5 runs, big hole. Cardinals trying to go to work after this.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then just follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Keep up with local news, sports, and events, and the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Back at the Cardinal Sports Complex, Coon Rapids down big early, rough. Top half of the first inning, 5 errors on the home team.
Yeah.
Ian Wynn, the left fielder, leading things off.
Unfortunate situation for Coon Rapids developed in that first inning with all those errors, and you put yourself behind by 5 runs, and now you've got to hope you hit well. You're coming off a number of games over the weekend, so you have to come right back here and hope to hit the ball well.
Ian Wynn leading things off. Jack Vlacity in the on-deck circle. Antonio Manos behind him. Parker Roloff will hit cleanup. Pitcher Jennings Jermu is hitting 5th. This one lined into the right side. Leadoff single for Ian Wynn.
That's the way you want to start.
Lucas LeBrant is playing it short and hitting 6th. Ricky Petrov behind him. Aaron Yund hitting 8th and playing at 3rd. Dominic Espinoza is at second base and in the 9 spot.
Well, you look at Jack Zupfer. He's got a 1-1 record, a 5.40 earned run average. We'll throw a fastball curve and a change, mix it up here.
Good strong fastball right there. Catches Vlacity looking. 0-1.
Zupfer, the varsity quarterback for Irondale.
Quick look over to Wynn, and definitely a threat to steal. Vlacity had a great high school season, at least numbers-wise, with the sophomore team. Has been one of the leaders at the plate all season here for VFW as well. And Wynn nearly slipped off the bag there. Wynn is going, pitch is low. The throw from Jorgensen is not in time. Another stolen base for Ian Wynn.
Ian Wynn with a nice jump. And we talked about him before. He's got speed. Able to get down to the second bag quickly and get that stolen base. A nice jump. There's the throw. It's going to get past Albrecht.
Now 1-1 to Vlacity with a runner at second base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Just underneath it, fouls it to the backstop, and Zupfer ahead in the count 1-2. Pitch way up high, but Zupfer had one to waste. Count is even. Pitch is down low, skips past Jorgensen, and easily to third is Wynn. He rounds and takes a big turn, and Zupfer catches sight of that and at least trotted a couple steps towards the plate. Full count now to Vlasidy.
Yeah, that ball way in the dirt. Not sure that Jorgensen could have done anything to get in front of it. I think the way it hit on the ground.
Give Vlasidy chasing a high fastball. It's a strikeout for out number one. And now Antonio Manos, he had a fantastic weekend.
That's what you were saying.
In Fargo. Couple of home runs, a triple in another game. One of his 2 home runs in Saturday's game was an in-the-park home run. Look at the defense. Aaron McFarland, Owen Mays, Grady Wood in the outfield. Thunberg and Albrecht on the right side. Bowman and McFarland on the left. Cooper Jorgensen behind the dish. 1-1 now to Manos. Fastball misses low. This one fouled back, out of play. 2-2.
Well, certainly Manos would like to continue his hot hitting in this situation with a runner at third and just one away.
Try to get him to chase a breaking pitch that dropped low. Full count. And he looks at another breaking pitch that broke at the right spot for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Zupfer after giving up the leadoff single.
A great opportunity for Zupfer here to see if he can get roll off at the plate and not give up any runs here in this situation where Wynn started this inning off with a single and managed to steal a second and get the third.
Another fastball misses low. 2-0. Goes back to that off-speed pitch that drops. Fastball at the belt for a strike on 3-0.
Zupfer doesn't waste much time on the mound.
I was just going to say that. Another fastball. This one grounded to the right side. Thunberg fields. He'll race over and tag it himself to end the inning. Leadoff single. Runner gets to third, but left stranded there. Coon Rapids trails Irondale 5-0 on CTN.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
The look at the Cardinals on defense. Jack Vlasidy in right, Antonio Manos in center. Ian Wynn is in left field. Parker Roloff, the first baseman. Dominic Espinoza is at second. Lucas LeBrant, the shortstop. Aaron Yund at third. Ricky Petroff behind the plate. And Jennings Jermu steps in for his second inning, hoping it goes better than the first. Second pitch, though, lined into left for a leadoff single by Jack Zupfer.
Yeah, he jumped over that, all over that first pitch and laced it down the left field line. Second pitch, sorry.
And now Jake Bowman, who dropped down a sacrifice bunt but reached on an error. Stolen base by Zufer. The throw was there, but on the opposite side, not able to be squeezed by Espinoza. And there safely is Zufer. And another good sacrifice laid down by Bowman. And they say he beat the throw.
He did.
So a bunt single. And Zufer over to third. Well, he did beat it.
Yep.
Good wheels. Great bunt.
Yeah, he got down there quickly. They got runners at the corners, nobody out.
Cooper Jorgensen, a fly ball to right field, first time up. Looking to bunt and pushes it foul. Pitch is high, throw is there, he is out. And not advancing was Zufer at third. Great throw that time from Petrov, right on the money. And Espinoza there to apply the tag.
Well, we see in Irondale aggressive on the base pass, and you're right, a nice throw.
Well,
down
you would expect this
right
was
there.
I mean, you see how far he was out.
Yeah.
But you would expect that was the backside of a double steal.
Yep.
Zufer never tried to come home. As Irondale, you give up that out to get the run. Instead, they don't get the run, still give up the out. Two and two now, they count to Jorgensen. One out and a runner at third. This one, a towering fly ball to left center. Behind it is Manos, makes the catch. Tagging and coming home is Zufer. Sacrifice fly makes it 6-0 Irondale.
Yeah, he gave that ball enough of a ride where Zufer easily scoring from third. See the fly ball. And you've seen much more of Manos than I, but seems like a pretty strong arm.
Really good arm.
Yeah.
There's going to be a fun battle in a lot of positions at the varsity level next year.
Would love to see it.
But there are a number of really good outfielders in this program. Couple on this squad, and some that are already, you know, the incoming seniors
Right.
next year. That Ryan Garlick, senior captain, has been a fixture in the outfield since his sophomore year. Jack Arndt, another senior to be.
It's great for the squad, that kind of competition. Only can make you better.
Fastball, a little late swing by Owen Mays. Mays, a strikeout victim first time up. Mays just got a piece of it. It's 2-2. Fastball for a strikeout. Ends the inning. One more added for Irondale, though, after an inning and a half. It's Knights 6, Coon Rapids 0.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Back to it, Holland comes in and two-handed jab. Jennings Jermu will lead things off for Coon Rapids here in the bottom of the second inning. His team trailing 6-0. A 5-run first inning for Irondale, helped greatly by 5 Coon Rapids errors.
Yeah, again, and then an additional run in the second puts them down by 6, and always a little more pressure. An opportunity for Jermu to help his own cause here at the plate.
Jermu watching all the way on 3-0, and a fastball taken for strike 1. Zufer able to find the low inside corner for strike 2. A full count with that pitch outside, ball 4. And the leadoff runner aboard for Coon Rapids.
A second inning in a row. Cardinals certainly need to do a nice job here at the plate, see if they can get back into this game trailing by 6.
Gonna have a courtesy runner that apparently wasn't quite aware that he was courtesy running. That's going to be Carter Robinson coming out to take over on the base paths for Jennings Jermu as Lucas LeBrant digs in. Pitch in the dirt, skips away from Jorgensen, and easily over to second on the wild pitch is Robinson.
Well, Jorgensen did keep the ball in front of him, but it went far enough to his right where Robinson able to get over to second fairly easily.
LeBrant with a line drive to left center. That'll fall. They're going to push Robinson around third, and he will score first run of the game for Coon Rapids, an RBI single for Lucas LeBrant.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by LeBrant. He's able to put that ball find the green in the outfield. And Robinson, who had just stolen second base, able to come in on that single.
Yeah, Luke had a slow start to the season, but he's come along the last couple of weeks. Comes up with a big hit right there. And so nobody out. Runner at first for Ricky Petroff with one already aboard. Check on LeBrant. He's back in time. Petroff fouls it back. LeBrant going, pitch is up, throw is there. LeBrant arguing that he got around the tag, and it is not the way it was seen by our official.
Maybe hurt himself a little bit too, maybe. Take another look at it.
Oh,
I'm not sure he tagged. I don't think he tagged him until
his foot
was
off
off
the
the
bag.
bag. That's the only other.
Looked like he may have gotten around it. He was trying to tag that back leg instead of the front. Up high, 2-2.
Yeah, in that unfortunate situation for Coon Rapids, you get that leadoff walk and then the runner thrown out.
Well, they did score a run.
Right.
High heat gets Petroff swinging. Strike 3, out 2. That'll bring up Aaron Young.
I meant for continuing the inning.
I know. I'm with you.
I know you were.
This kid started the season really hot. He's been slumping the last couple weeks, trying to break himself out of it. Could come up with a big 2-out hit right here. This one foul in front of third base. 1-1.
Well, you get a chance to play on CTN. You want to play well if you can, and Certainly, young Mr. Yun would love to get out of this little bit of a slump that he's having at the plate. No better time to do it right here.
Went up to the cage and worked on his swing a little bit this afternoon. Looks at a good fastball at the knees, 1-2. Thought it was inside, called strike on the inside edge, back-to-back strikeouts. After they catch a man stealing, a run across, though, for the Cardinals. They trail 6-1 after 2.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then just follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Keep up with local news, sports, and events, and the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps.
Did Pete saying mean things bother ya?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
The largest number on the home team's scoreboard is in the column you want to see a 0.
Yeah.
5 errors, all in that first inning, gave Irondale a 5-0 lead. They added 1 in the 6th. Cardinals able to get 1 back in the 6th, but still a big hole here as we start the 3rd. Andrew Thunberg, first pitch to left. 1 pitch, 1 out as Ian Wynn is there.
Quick swinging Thunberg as he's able to line out to Win in left field and look like coming off the bat may have a little more play to it.
Logan Krajcek walked and scored first time. Assisted around the bases by some errant fielding. A little defensive switch. Dominic Espinoza now at 3rd and Yund over at 2nd. Off-speed pitch. Straight up the elevator shaft behind first. Long run for Vlacity, but he's there for out number 2.
Yund and Espinoza just trading positions.
So 2 quick outs to start this top half of the 3rd inning. Grady Wood reached on an error and scored. Fastball in for a strike, evens the count. Off-speed pitch hit weakly back to the right side. Chance for Young. Scoops, throws, and that is out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Knights in the 3rd. Coon Rapids back at the ditch, still trying to work their way out when we return.
Oh, emojis. I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you.
She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
How about the hand?
Ah, there you go.
Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Jane!
Have you seen the CTN TV truck driving around the city of Coon Rapids? Maybe at a concert or a game at Coon Rapids High School. Our top-notch crew has won many awards over the years. In fact, the crew covers over 100 events per year, including graduations, parades, and city concerts. For local sports and events, CTN has you covered.
Back at the Ken Sundstrom Field, which is anything but sunny on a Monday afternoon. Starting the bottom half of the third inning, it is dry, and we are playing.
When we looked at the weather earlier, I was wondering whether we'd get this game in, but definitely the rain has held off, and here in the bottom half of the third, we hope to continue on before any more rain.
This one popped back out of play, 1-2. Pretty easy take there.
Yeah,
2-2.
you're not swinging typically at that pitch unless you're about 8 feet tall.
Curveball grounded to the right side. Thunberg will field and flip it to Zupfer covering for out number 1. Close play, but in time. Back to the top of the order, 1 out here in the third.
I'm not sure if Zupfer got the jump off the mound he wanted, but able to get there just in the nick of time.
Ian Wynn singled, stole a base, advanced to third on a wild pitch or a pass ball, depending on how you look at it, but was left stranded there. That one bounces to the backstop, 2-0. Strike called, 2-1. Curveball's in there to even the count.
Yeah, Coach Lynch talked about his curveballs being really nice pitch for him. You can see the movement on it there.
It was bobbled, so they throw down, although if I'm the coach, I would have argued highly that wasn't really a drop third strike because he dropped it as he reached in to throw down and go around the horn. But either way, strike 3, out 2. 5th strikeout in 10 batters for Zupfer. And he comes out on the gas against Jack Flassity. Blows the fastball past him, 0-1. This one grounded to the left side. Slow on the grass. The throw is in time. A 1-2-3 inning on both sides of the score sheet. In the third, still 6-1 Irondale as we head to the 4th on CTN.
Score going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what?
Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Stay connected to what's happening in your community by watching CTN Update, with a new episode every Friday at 5 p.m. From your local city and county government to what's happening in our schools, to interesting stories on the people and events here at home, we've got it all covered. CTN Update, keeping you connected to your community.
Back at the Ken Sundstrom Field, the center field Little League sign a little askew.
Can't blame the wind.
Not today, anyhow.
Nope.
Jennings, Jermu facing the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Aaron McFarland, single his first time up. Outside, 2-1. Off-speed pitch. McFarland out in front of it. Strike 2.
Nice pitch there. I mean, you look at what happened to them in the first inning. You take that opportunity away with those 5 errors. This is a different ball game, quite obviously.
Well, 5 runs unearned.
Yeah.
We talked about it all season with the varsity team. Had a lot of problems with giving up those unearned runs, and a lot of theirs, same thing. Was early in ball games, and they almost dug themselves out. But they also had those collapses in late innings that let winnable games get away at the end. Obviously, don't want either of the sort.
No,
but it's developmental level baseball.
Well, I mean, those are things that you think you could clear up, and those are things, obviously, that you don't want to see carry over till next season.
This off-speed pitch hit well to left, diving his wind, got a piece of it, but it did bounce fair. The throw not quite in time to get McFarland at second with a leadoff double.
So you could,
and this is another one that's just right on the line.
Yep, you can see it.
His
Good
side
effort.
Got off the handle a little bit. Another good bunt. This one barehanded by Espinoza. Nobody covering it at first.
And Dom had nowhere to go with that one, and we have runners at the corners with nobody out.
Second bunt single of the ball game for the Irondale Knights, and now back to the top of the order, Jack Zufer. Singled and scored last time up. He scored twice. This one right inside the third base bag. Scoring easily was McFarland. Sliding in safely at third is Albrecht. An RBI double for Zufer.
They like that left field line. That's the third time we've seen Irondale go down that left field line. Knights get another run. Head coach there. You see head coach Bobby Lynch.
This one pops up and away. And coming home to score is Albrecht. When it rains, it pours. Over to third is Jack Zupfer. Umpire out looking in front of the plate. That one took a really funny hop when it hit. I don't know that Petrov really had any chance to try and get his body in front of it with how high it hopped, how fast. Curveball hit hard to left center. Wynn is there for the catch. Tagging is Zupfer. He will score on a sacrifice fly for the second time today. 3 runs in the inning, only 1 out. The lead is 9-1 for Irondale.
I give Irondale credit. They've done a nice job. Obviously, in the first inning, a lot of errors, but able to increase this lead.
Well, and then they get 3 straight hits here in this inning. 2 of them being doubles, and you add the wild pitch in there to move a couple of bases. But it's been a rough afternoon for the home squad. Good looking pitch right there. And it evens the count to Jorgensen 1-1. Jorgensen 0 for 1 at a sacrifice fly his last time up. Pitch in there for a strike, 1-2.
Nice pitch to get ahead in the count. And again, Coon Rapids would just like to get out of this inning. So far, Irondale has scored in 3 of the 4 innings they've been at the plate.
This one chopped back foul. It'll stay 2-2.
Irondale the week before last in the St. Louis Park tournament, I believe they finished 2nd.
Called strike for out number 2. 4th strikeout of the ball game for Jennings Jermu. 2 of them have come against Owen Mays, who digs in next.
Again, a big strikeout to get out number 2 here in bottom half of the top half of the 4th.
Gets himself ahead of Mays again, 0-1 with the swinging strike. That one well in front of home plate. 1-1. And now 1-2. Went down after that one. It rolls it right back at the second base bag. LeBrant from behind the bag. Great stretch by Roloff for out number 3.
LeBrant with a nice play from short to get that out.
But the hole has gotten deeper. Irondale on top, 9-1. We're in the middle of the 4th inning on CTN. Downfield, but watching behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. You can't quite catch the leader. And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming.
Well, this one has been a rough one for Coon Rapids. 5 errors in the first inning helped Irondale get 5 runs on the board with just 2 hits in that inning. And Coon Rapids has just not been able to do anything to come back. They got 1 run in the bottom half of the second inning. It was 6-1 at that point. But 3 more in the top half of this 4th inning for Irondale has them staked to a 9-1 lead.
Yeah, the Cardinals definitely have their work cut out for them here in the bottom half of the 4th, trailing by 8.
Tone Manos punched out in the first inning. Fouls back the first pitch from Zupfer. He's throwing a nice ball game, just 2 hits and 1 run allowed. This one to third. McFarland's throw in time for out number 1.
Yeah, ball hit sharply at McFarland. Did a nice job. It just popped right into his glove. Nice throw across the diamond.
Had time to double clutch and still plenty of room to get the speedy runner in Manos. Parker roll off, ground ball to first base, first time up. Looks at a pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Two and 0. Curveball in there for a strike. I don't know that it's a curve or a slurve or a true slider. It definitely breaks away from the right-handed batter, though. Clips the corner with it there, gets himself back even, 2-2.
Well, one thing I've noticed about him, he just does a nice job of mixing up his pitches.
Full count now. Both pitchers, you'll find this interesting. I know what a fan you are of pitch count.
Yeah.
Both pitchers threw 3 innings, 50 pitches. Who threw more for strikes?
Well, I would think Zupfer, but I'm gonna say Jermu.
Nice looking curveball right there, gets roll off reaching for strike 3. The answer is Jennings Jermu threw 32 for strikes to Zupfer's 27. That is strikeout number 6 for Zupfer here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Jermu walked in his first at bat. His courtesy runner, the only run of the game thus far for the home squad. Fastball for a strike. Another fastball fouled back and out of play. It's 0-2.
Yeah, he gets a couple of quick strikes on Jermu. And again, pitching in that situation, Zupfer's been efficient.
Curveball gets him swinging. Strike 3. And Coon Rapids goes down 1-2-3 in a row. Zupfer is sent down 8 straight. His team leads 9-1 as we head to the 5th.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
I'll be right back. Hi! You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
Nine runs on 6 hits for the Irondale Knights. I've got them for 7. Either way. 5 errors for the Cardinals. Thunberg would love to have that swing back. That one in the dirt wide of the plate. But it's 0-1.
A couple of defensive changes for Coon Rapids. Tyree Kimboy in right field and Andrew Racine at first base for Coon Rapids.
False. At first base, we have Sam Halverson. He's left-handed.
My bad. It says 10. It says Andrew Racine on my roster. My bad.
That is incorrect.
Well, I'm glad you said something.
I'm glad I know the boys.
Yeah, exactly.
It definitely helps. Curveball hit down the left field line again. Thunberg has his second base knock of the ball game, 2 for 3. A leadoff base runner one more time here for Irondale. They've gotten their leadoff man in 4 of the 5 innings. And the first 3 times that run has scored. Nice solid single to left. And they're going to put a different base runner on. Pitch up high.
That would be Nolan Clark. You knew it. I knew it was right on the tip of your tongue.
Logan Krejcik walked and scored in the first inning. Runner is going, pitch is up, the throw is high and out into center field. Manos going to come up throwing, he throws high. And the throw back to the plate, not in time, circling the bases. Thunberg standing there saying, that was my runner. I did that. I don't think Thunberg's quite as quick.
No, and a good throw would have had him at third base. Unfortunately, that ball went over Espinosa's head.
They're going to chalk 2 errors up on that play. So I assume they're going to go E2 and E8. Stolen base, I think, is realistic to call it a stolen base. Advanced to third on the first error and advanced home on the second error. But, yeah, 2 errors. Varsity coach Matt Mossy in the dugout and Legion coach.
Yep.
Did not see him earlier. This is not what he wanted to see from his young up-and-comers. Krejcik looking all the way on 3-0. And now looks at the changeup, 3-2.
I believe the Legion had a nice weekend in Fargo.
2-2, I believe. Ball 4, and Krejcik walks for the second time. It's the only 2 walks given up by Jennings Jermu in the ball game so far. That one almost got him. It was a good look over by Jennings. Diving back safely is Krejcik. And now Grady Wood. This one spun through the right side of the infield. With Halverson holding the runner, big hole there, and he found it. 2 on with nobody out, 1 already across in the inning at 10-1 lead for Irondale.
Yeah, and still Coon Rapids still looking to get that first out.
Aaron McFarland, couple of base knocks. Single and a double, he scored once. Scare the runner, Krejcik back to the bag. Pitch is down and in. Faking the throw was Petrov, and Krejcik back to the second base bag. Pitch is low, 3-0.
Now German in danger of walking the bases full.
McFarland taking all the way, 3-1. This one back up the middle. Young tags, throws over. It's there for a double play. They needed that hugely.
They really did. Nice play by Aaron Young. Takes it himself, touches the bag, throws it to first, over to Halverson to get those 2 outs. And you're right, they needed it greatly.
And now Michael Albrecht struck out and then singled and scored.
You see that one again, ball hit up the middle, and he unable to come over from second. And you can see him take it himself, and the quick throw to the bag, plenty of time.
One and one now. That one was just off the outside edge to Albrecht. Low 2-1. This one skied behind second. Back on it is Yund. Makes the catch and ends the inning, but one more run across and a big lead. 10-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
I understand. I know it's not your typical resume.
Okay, well.
But candidate. But I've been working double shifts just to pay for books. I've been raising my 2 little brothers. I'm determined, driven, motivated. Isn't that what you're looking for?
Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org.
Coon Rapids needs the rally cap.
They do.
Just 2 hits so far as we start the bottom half of the 5th inning. Lucas LeBrant had one of those hits, drove in the only run so far. This one chopped to the left side. Going to be a tough play for McFarland. The throw is in time, though, for out number 1.
Yeah, the condition of that infield grass is a little bit slow here. We've had that so much rain. And it makes a ground ball, a play like that, a little tougher for an infielder, especially with the speedy base runner.
Ricky Petrov struck out his first time up. 7 strikeouts, all against different batters in the order. None of his 7 are repeat victims to this point. Quickly ahead in the count, though, here, 0-2. Pitch is low, 1-2. Outside, 2-2. This one hit on a couple of hops to short. Bowman's throw in time for out number 2.
A couple of relatively quick outs here in the bottom half of the 5th. You know, even a bigger story is just the fact that only 2 hits is 7 errors in the field for Coon Rapids.
Well, and Zupfer, you know, to his credit, though, he's thrown a really nice ball game. And, you know, helped by a big cushion early. Jackson Fierce, his first time up, will hit in Young's spot. So I'm guessing that's the end of the day for Aaron. A couple of nice plays in the field before he exited. One at bat that ended on a, well, relatively questionable third strike. This one popped up wide at third. Tracking it well and making the play is Ryan McFarland. And Coon Rapids retired 3 in a row again. That is 11 straight now for Zupfer. His team up 10-1 going to the 6th.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Lucas LeBrant will move over to second base. Jackson Fierce into the field at short.
Carter Robinson on the mound.
And Robinson will face the top of the order. You know, talk about what you want from your leadoff guy. How about reaching on error, singling, doubling, driving in a run, scoring 3?
Yeah, he's a good athlete. You know, we talked about it. In fact, he's a quarterback for the football team. He is a good athlete.
And he obviously helping his own cause as well. Looks at a pitch down and in from Robinson. And a fastball just inside, 2-0. And now 3-0. It's a nice line for Zupfer. Certainly not swinging on 3-1.
No. And Robinson needed that strike as well. Just coming in here fresh.
And a leadoff walk. Robinson, a kid that got to go to France for a couple weeks this summer.
That's nice.
Trip of a lifetime.
Absolutely.
But, you know, still trying to get him back into the groove here. They started him just days after he returned, and he really had a rough outing in the first inning. Hoping that he can get things back on track a little more quickly here against Irondale. But Zupfer on base for the 4th time. He's got speed. He's got a stolen base to his credit as well in this ball game. Inside, 1-0.
Well, we did see his speed on the base pass.
They'll check on him. He's back safely. Fastball in for a strike, evens the count to Bowman. Bowman laid down a sacrifice in the first, reached on an error. Tried to lay down a sacrifice in the second, but beat it out for an infield single. Fastball called, throw not in time, another stolen base for Zupfer.
Again, Zupfer getting a really nice jump off the pitch. Not much Petrov could do.
Got it out quickly.
He did.
Stayed from his knees and still able to put a good throw down. Pitch down low, 2-2. Trying to go for third. The pitch is low, and he's there safely with back-to-back steals. Still nobody out here, and a full count now to Bowman.
We talked about Irondale being aggressive on the base pass really pretty much all game long. There again, as you mentioned, another steal.
Yeah, well, and even with a left-handed hitter up there and Petrov a clean throw down,
yeah.
I don't know that he'd be able to get him with the jump that Zupfer got. Fastball in, called third strike, big first out. And that'll bring up Cooper Jorgensen.
Yeah, Carter Robinson needed that one.
Jorgensen out in front of the off-speed pitch. And now behind in the count, 0-1. Fastball is low, and Petrov at least keeps it close enough that Zupfer can't think about coming home. High fly to right field. Camboy is there for the catch. Zupfer is going to tag, and he's familiar with that play.
He is.
3 of the 4 times he has scored, it has been by a sacrifice fly.
Give him credit. He steals second and then immediately steals third and puts themselves in a situation for him to score their 11th run.
Two outs now here in the top of the 6th inning. The lead is 10 for Irondale.
We have a new hitter that is Eli Fink. Fink hitting .231 as he steps to the plate.
Big cut comes up empty, and Robinson ahead in the count, 0-2. Not tempted by that breaking pitch that ended up in the dirt. 1-2. Up high, 2-2. And now a full count. Definitely don't want to lose him here after getting ahead 0-2. And it's 4 straight misses. And Fink will trot down to first base.
Yeah, that's a tough at bat, considering he did start 0-2, and unfortunately, with 2 down, now you've got a runner at first.
Comes back with a fastball at the knees to Thunberg. Thunberg 2 for 3. He's scored twice.
I hit him. Coach Aiken coming out. Nope, I thought he was. Started to walk out.
Now Logan Kraychek, couple of walks in his 3 trips. Nice scoop by Petrov on the skip.
Another good stop by Petrov as that ball was in the dirt.
Now 3-0 as the fastball misses low. And a 4-pitch walk has the bases loaded with 2 out.
Now Coach Hagen's going to take a walk to the mound.
Got the 2 outs, had an 0-2 lead on Fink. 2 walks and a hit batter, though, and we have the bases loaded. 3 walks in the inning for Robinson.
He's going to stay there.
See if he can work out of this without any more damage done. Coon Rapids already trailing by 10. Grady Wood coming up. He's 1 for 3. Just making him swing. Off speed pitch and fouled off. This one through the hole on the left side. Coming in to score will be Fink. Everybody moves up a base. RBI single for Grady Wood.
Wood able to keep this inning going with a nice single. Keep the bases loaded with coming up for Gabe Mullen. First opportunity to hit here this afternoon, this evening. And another base hit. That's the 10th for the Knights, as they have now an 11-run lead.
Mullen underneath a high heater, 0-1. That pitch right there, 0-2. Misses high, 1-2. Still in control. And then gets him swinging on another high fastball to end the inning. 2 runs on 1 hit. 3 left for Irondale. They're up 12-1 going to the bottom of the 6th on CTN.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
Opiates has taken everything and everyone I've ever loved away from me. Everything.
I blew my ankle out and I got prescribed pain pills by my doctor.
If making my detox public is gonna help somebody, I'm all for it. I just wish I would have had a warning.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Big lead for the Irondale Knights. Coon Rapids needs 2 if they hope to see a 7th inning. New pitcher on the hill for the Knights. Brady Wood taking over. Great outing for Jack Zupfer. Retired the last 12 he faced. Gave up just 2 hits, the 1 run, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Dominic Espinoza will lead things off for Coon Rapids. And he looks at an off-speed pitch, strike 1.
All sorts of defensive changes for a whole new outfield.
Get kids a chance to come in and get at least a little playing time with the big lead.
Now Gabe Mullen and Bright. Albrecht moves to...
This one hit well toward right. Mullen will not get there. Leadoff single for Dominic Espinoza.
Michael Albrecht moves from second to center field. Eli Fink moves to left. Jack Zupfer, who pitched that gem, goes to short. Grady Wood, the new pitcher, and Jake Bowman, the new second base minder for Irondale.
Back to the top of the order, Ian Wynn, 1 for 2. This one grounded to second. They will go to second, get the lead runner, but Wynn will beat it out down the line and reach on a fielder's choice.
Well, they made the right move by getting the lead runner. And of course, Wynn runs so well down the base paths. They would have a difficult time doubling him up.
Yeah, that's not going to happen a lot. And now Tyree Kemboy, his first at bat, took over for Vlacity out in left. This one skied to left center. Mullen called off. Albrecht makes the catch from center for out number 2. Cardinals not wasting time at the plate. The last 3 pitches have been put into play. One was a single, one was a fielder's choice, and one's a fly ball out. And now Antonio Manos looking for his first hit of the day. Pitches up high. Long look down by Jorgensen, but Wynn heads back to first. Umpire mask have a little equipment malfunction.
Not sure if that mask broke and he's just tying it at this point.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a clip there,
Yep.
but it'll do for rest of the ball game with Coon Rapids down to their final out. Win the runner at first, a 1-0 count to Manos. High fly to right field. Mullen gets another chance in the field. Squeezes it tight, and this ball game is history.
Yeah, a game that really was never in doubt at that point, with 5 errors committed by Coon Rapids that led to 5 runs in that first inning. And of course, Irondale did not look back. They scored runs in every inning but one as they capture a 12-1 win.
Yeah, and Coon Rapids a couple more errors in a later inning. Back-to-back errors. They charged themselves because they're running the scoreboard.
Yep.
They charged themselves with 2 errors on 1 play.
Yeah, rough outing in the field for the home team.
And not a great day at the plate
Nope.
either. A lot of that credit goes to Zupfer. He threw a very solid game, kept the hitters off balance, and really kept Coon Rapids from ever having hope of a comeback after that first inning meltdown. There you go, Shapiro. We got more baseball coming up. Legion on Monday, Wednesday, the 8th and 10th. And some more on Tuesday, the 16th.
A lot of baseball heading the next week.
It's what we do.
We do.
In the summer.
We do.
But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from Ken Sundstrom Field. It's Irondale 12, Coon Rapids 1. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Yund saying goodnight.